gosh, you guys. Look, canvases, canvases, canvases. Buy one, get two free. Woo! Is that good?
Yes. This is very stupid.
It has been an exciting few days, I tell you what. Huge art canvas sale at Michael's. Buy one, get two free. It was amazing. I got a truckload of huge canvases. I can't wait, you guys. Also, there was an art show that I was in. Our local community college hosted a really nice space. We have been having art shows together, the art teachers of my school system. But this year, the professor at our local community college had made arrangements to make a space in their school much more friendly for a gallery show, making these huge rolling walls, and it was a great space, and it was a great time, and we had a huge turnout, and there was a nice variety of work. Art teachers and art professors of the area, and I was very honored to be a part of it. It was really awesome. Before we get started today, I want to give a special shout out to my mommy because she is now one of my patrons. Thank you, Rita Bunn. You're the best. Also, if you hadn't heard, Kathleen Osmore, one of my favorite acrylic pour artists out there, has started her own YouTube channel, and she debuted her first video yesterday, and I will put the link in my description, and you can see some imagery here of what her stuff looks like. So go check her out if you haven't. You will not be disappointed. All right, here we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to recreate my new favorite. And we're going to paint over this painting that was never a favorite of any kind. And it's got some nice crossbars underneath, so I think that we won't deal with too much of a sag. New favorite was a painting that I did on like a 1 foot by 2 foot elongated canvas. And I really liked it. It sold. I miss it. But it went to the lovely Kathleen Osmore. So thank you so much. It's in a good home, but I just really liked what the colors did, so I want to try to recreate it. That's what I'm going to do here by starting with a silver background. Okay, so this seems a little thin to me. I'm going to go ahead and do a second coat, or at least get the corners a little bit more. Actually, some of the corners aren't coated at all. So, yeah. Alright, so I have the basic silver background, and I'm going to go in order based on exactly like I did it in the new favorite. It's just going to be a larger canvas. I'm going to pop some air bubbles. Oh, and I see that I forgot to paint this side. Okay, so according to my notes here from the first video, I did a stripe of black first, stripe of micaceous oxide. And a stripe of burnt sienna. That was a messy pour. And then gold, then pearl. So I did a little extra gold and a little extra pearl. I might regret it, but I don't know. I can never do the same thing twice, honestly, without messing with it a little bit. It is what it is. Love the pearl. Okay, so it's on there. And then what I did was I swiped it. So off screen over here, I just have paper towels that are already cut to a certain size and a spray bottle of water. Spraying water on it only just to weigh it down. And then I even noted that I went down with my swipe and then up. So I'm going down. Then up. Next piece. Come on over here. We'll do down. And then a small one in the middle. Down. And up. Okay, so first impressions, I don't like that I can see exactly where I swiped in the middle there. But also sometimes thirds are attractive, so I'm not gonna overreact right now. I like that the horizon line is a little above center. I think I will go ahead and pop some air bubbles and recoat the sides maybe. because the silver's thin enough that the original painting is showing through, which I don't like. All right, well, I think it's pretty gorgeous. I see it's coming this way. I don't know if I should try to correct that or not. Not sure if I'm able to correct that. Guess I could try to tilt it. Let's try to tilt it. Shouldn't have tilted it. It's gonna all run off into the floor. Let me try to hold this up a little bit. Okay. Tilting again. Tilt the other way, which is going to block your view for a second, but there's not much I can be doing about that. Hold on. How does that look? don't hate it. I sort of wish the line in the middle was black instead of gray. But I like the colors. I think I'm going to leave it and see what happens. We'll come back and look at it later. I think I saved it at least from a saggy puddle. So we'll check it out later. So here's a wet shot. I liked it, but like I said, almost immediately the line in the middle, that is the silver line, just didn't have quite enough contrast for me. It felt really washed out. I do like the variation that came from tilting it back and forth, and I really like the black stripe down at the bottom versus the brown one that's in the upper right. But this line just really felt washed out and needed something. So I sat on it for quite a while. I painted this probably a month ago, and I looked at it and I looked at it, and I finally decided that I needed to accentuate it with something. So I bought these high flow acrylics. I usually work with the fluid line, but I bought these refillable markers. So I made them into a sort of paint pen that had these felt tips. And there's a video that I created to show you how they work. I wasn't completely satisfied with them. The black and the brown worked pretty well. They came out satisfactorily, but the gold just was super transparent and just wasn't showing up, and I had to go over it, and half the time I couldn't even tell if it was coming out at all on my painting. But this is what it turned out afterwards. I'm pretty happy with the way it looked, and there's a shot of me trying to figure out which frame to use. I did end up going with this frame, and that's what it looks like getting ready to go to the art show that we just had that I spoke about at the beginning of the video. There's a close-up of the embellished midline. I feel like it's got more contrast now. Those foam things on the corner are just how I go about protecting the frame from getting dented up when it is in transport. Looks pretty cool in the sunlight, all the shimmery stuff. And here it is on the wall at the show. It looked pretty good. The lighting was not the best at the show. It's a gym, and there's just the overhead lights. He's working on getting some hanging, more positionable track lighting, but for right now this is what we have. And again, a shot of the midline with the embellishments. I tried to sort of gradually and organically fade from brown to black to gold, and there were some gold embellishments that I worked really hard on that are barely visible, but that's okay. I didn't want it to look necessarily drawn on, so that's all right. Here's some more shots from the show of my colleagues' work. One of our art teachers is a goat farmer, and this is another art teacher, Robert Wallace, who does wood fire pottery. This is one of the painting instructors at Blue Ridge Community College. This was the high school student teacher's metal sculpture. This is another one of Robert Wallace's wood fire pottery pieces. Those are mine. That's my setup there, in addition to the other piece that this video is about. More Robert Wallace wood-fired pottery. Some photography. And this is my friend Meg Bernard's pottery. She does teabag teapots. That is another instructor. This is Aaron Bernard, Meg's husband, who is the head professor of the art department at Blue Ridge Community College. Again, that's Martina Zen. And this is Vic Weasel. So there you have it. And here is a quick shot of the show. It was a pretty good show. We had a good turnout. Everybody enjoyed it. It was a good time. And finally, happy fall to you. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Don't forget to check out my art teacher channel. Art Teacher Says What? And thanks again to my patrons. You guys are awesome. Thanks especially to Rita Bunn, my mommy, who is our newest patron. You're awesome. Love ya.